Oh, yes. I'm sure the community considers that if you document it in a video or a series of videos, yes. 1 to 25, yeah. Any documentation of commenting on or complaining about the refusal of law enforcement to enforce the civil rights, these are all protected videos from the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. Oh, quite often I would type in some sort of fraud, as in there were a series of 6 weeks of different fraud videos that had maybe 2 to 3 thousand videos that all documented the fraud of issuing court orders where there's no protections of due process. Now, when I get to sue in Alphabet, Google, YouTube, and all their subsidiaries and all their employees known as attorneys, I would have thought somebody would have given me back my channel so that I could have continued to document. Now, there's what's known as the body-worn cameras. Yes, these are examples where civil rights require policies and procedures. Yes. These little cameras are wireless, and I've spoke to a few police officers about wanting my sons and wanting my civil rights. In fact, I had a discussion right here a couple years ago about, well, if you have a problem, get an attorney. Why don't you get me the body cameras of every person in law enforcement and their SAR output? Does it have a little antenna in there like this little transmitter does, so that when you're actually talking to somebody, you could turn the antenna up or down? And when you wear this little body camera, yes, does it burn your brains out every time you talk to a citizen? Does the antenna know when it's recording and when it isn't? Just get me every camera manufactured and sold to every law enforcement department of the United States, and then find the nearest base station. Does it go through the Wi-Fi towers, or is it something directly connected to the police station? I'm going to want to know. In fact, I'm going to want an actual copy of my communication with law enforcement, where law enforcement said, you need to talk to the public defender, and I said, no. You need to talk to the chief of police of Port Angeles. Yes. Now, these sons that you say I don't have the right to have, I spent 6 weeks documenting fraud videos, commenting on and observing police activities. And every time you issued a court order where I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, yes, and you wouldn't get the video surveillance camera footage, oh, are those little SAR antennas in the buses? Pooh! What if you were sitting there as a bus rider and you were on webcam and audio? Yes. And some reason somebody really wanted to see who was in there. Can you adjust the antenna strength on the buses so that sometimes you completely blaze the individual that happens to be on the bus? Why don't we get all the webcams of all transit systems right now? I'd like to know, can they adjust the actual volume of the SAR, the something I told you about it yesterday. I did tell you about it yesterday. Now, these body-worn cameras, retention of camera data, and privacy issues related to the use of cameras. When I document, as in I told an officer, yes, and he told me, I'm telling you today that the fraud of issuing court orders where there's a forgery of a non-elected oath of office, yes, it would be best if you removed your fraud from my name. I'm going to want my sons today. I'm going to want to sue every police department. Pooch. Every sheriff's department. Ooch. The FBI. The United States Marshal Service. Ooh-wee. Just give me all the recording devices on every bus and then tell me what the SAR frequency